What's up, guys? Give me just a second. I'm getting the stream set up. Give me just a second here. Okay, YouTube is live as well. If you guys enjoy watching on there instead. How's my audio? Can you guys hear me? How's my audio doing, guys? All right, let's get to soldering before a bunch of you guys get in here. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Let's go to Rez, Tally, Zach, Michael, Lacey, Dave, Drywall Finish, ARI. Guys, welcome in. AI Art, sorry. Alright, we're going to do the most difficult one first. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Let's go ahead and knock that out. So if you guys don't know, this is called soldering. If you ever try doing this, please have either a fume extractor or a fan going, because you don't want to bring in these fumes. So since I don't have the fume extractor going, which is quite loud, I'm just going to be blowing on the controller. There's no better way to say that, but that's actually what's going to be happening. So if you guys hear that, don't worry about anything. All right, let's get started. So essentially what I'm plugging in here, guys, is the adaptive triggers on this controller. And again, I'm actually the owner of Get a Grip Gaming. So if you guys are ever in the market, right now we just customized PS5 controllers. Our website, though, it's linked in our TikTok bio. It's just getagripgaming.com. It's pretty cool. You guys can give us a follow on TikTok. I'd really appreciate that. But you can go to the website. You can customize anything you need for your controller. We do have the world's first 8 remappable buttons. So if you can handle that, that is something that no other company offers. We're very excited about that. We do have other paddle options, though. We've got 4 paddles and 2 paddles. And then we also have coming very soon is some other exciting announcements. So stay in touch. Drop us a follow, guys. Julieto, appreciate that follow. Thank you so much. You'll stay in the know on everything coming out for Get a Grip Gaming. But I'm getting the adaptive triggers on there. That side is done for the adaptive triggers. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this cleaned up just with some isopropyl alcohol. Dab that off there because we don't want any of that flux inside the controller, so we'll just wipe that up nice and clean. We will put that over there just for a second, and then I'm going to solder on the other 2 here. Alright, let me grab these wires. Guys, welcome in. We got a lot of new followers. El Diaz with the follow. Armando with the follow. #1 gifter badge. We appreciate you, brother. Tyler with the #3 gifter badge. Naho the Demon with the follow and the gifter badge. We appreciate you, brother. Guys, welcome in. Welcome to the channel. And again, if you guys are new here, head on over to our website. See what you guys can customize. We got a lot of fun stuff. And it's totally free to customize that stuff. Totally free. Kind of just a chill stream, guys. If you do have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to get to work here. Show you guys kind of the whole process. We do mouse click triggers for sure, brother. Bikes Are Who We Are asked, do you guys have mouse click triggers? Yes, we do. That's probably our most popular upgrade. Our most popular options are going to be the mouse click bumpers and triggers. Our interchangeable joysticks, which is actually on this one. King Scorpion, appreciate that follow, brother. I will show you guys those momentarily once I'm done soldering the motherboard here. There we go. So that's that side. And again, we're just going to wipe that up, making sure it's nice and clean on the inside. Just like that. And we're going to get to the other side as well. So the black and red wires, guys, those are just for the rumble motors, aka the vibration of the controller. So this customer wanted those. We do have options for that, though. Some people want those completely removed to make the controller lighter. Some people just want them snipped. So we would just snip those wires for them if they wanted that. But we give you guys options. I'm actually going to do the second one here first. It's a little bit harder with a phone in front of my face, I'm not going to lie. Just blowing those fumes away. And again, if you guys are ever going to try soldering yourself, be careful with that. I've been doing this for a while, so I know what I'm doing, but always have a fan, either, or a fume extractor if you're ever going to try something like this. It's just safer that way. Breathing it in isn't crazy toxic. It is toxic a little bit, but it's more so like will give you headaches and that kind of thing. It's just not good for your skin either. But the flux is what makes it burn. Switch Pro, did you guys ever get the send in setup? Yes, we do. Guys, what he's asking about is the repair/mailing controller options. And that is actually available. So if you guys have some controllers that aren't working, what you guys can do is send them into us. Like if it's got stick drift or something, you could send that controller into us and you'll go through the repair/mail-in customizer. It's actually the same thing as the normal customizer, except you're selecting mail-in. It's just on a different page. And then you'll go through and you'll either select as is, or you're going to select which upgrades you want. So like if you want Hall effect joysticks or TMR joysticks, which are anti-stick drift, that's going to help you guys out a ton with not having those issues anymore. Hall effect joysticks are $44.99. TMR joysticks are $54.99. Just to show you guys a motherboard and how much work is actually behind that, there's 14 pins. So this one's already done. See this? There's 14 pins on the backside for one of these joystick modules. So to take that out, it's 14. To put it in, it's 14 as well. That's 28 times 2. It's 56 different times we're soldering on these tiny little pads here. So that's what it takes to do the joysticks. But again, you guys aren't going to have any issues with your stick drift once you get the Hall effect or the TMR. The TMR joysticks are just tunneling magneto resistance. They're considered the best right now. Where can I get the anti-drift from? Guys, if anyone's asking where you can get this stuff from, head on over to our TikTok page. Obviously, drop us a follow if you guys would. And then the link is in the bio. That link is to our website. It's the same name as the TikTok. It's getagripgaming.com. If that link doesn't work for you, sometimes it doesn't. All you're simply going to need to do is head on over to your browser and type that in. Matt, appreciate that follow, brother. John, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate the number 7 member of the team. Sparks Garage, appreciate that follow. Is the Xbox controller almost here? Birdie, we're working on it. We've actually got some really fun stuff that's going to work for any controller once we make that. So that's what we're focusing on now. But soon there will be Xbox and PS4. We're even doing GameCube, so we've got a lot in development. That's why I've been so busy. Oh, excuse my sneeze. They cost more than the DualSense Edge? Not necessarily true, depending on what you're getting. The DualSense Edge doesn't have Hall effect joysticks and only has 2 paddles. So if you get Hall effect joysticks and 2 paddles as your upgrades, you're well under the cost of a DualSense Edge. But if you want to fully customize your controller, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the controllers we do, guys, people don't want the cosmetics. They just want the upgrades, which will help you keep that cost down on the controller. Namita, appreciate that follow. Appreciate that follow. Hold on, I've actually got to get a different one in here. I did forget about this, so my apologies, guys. It's like 3:20 in the morning. Yeah, we work around the clock over here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Sunshine, appreciate that follow. Thank you so much. So the reason we do that is because they don't get the tactile face pads, which we do offer as well. That's essentially some like clicky buttons on the front. Let me show you guys a Pro controller that has one of those, like mouse click as well. So ready? What's a good PS5 controller that lasts longer with no stick drift? Brother, right here. Anything we offer on our website with Hall effect or TMR joysticks is no stick drift. Hear that? That's the Hall effect in there. And this is what the Hall effect looks like in the actual board. So we soldered on some better joysticks, which are anti-stick drift. Way better than the normal potentiometers. This is the normal potentiometer. The yellow one is the Hall effect. The orange one is the TMR. And then here's the tactile face I was talking about. That's cheap. Elcano, if you want to, if you just want the upgrades, brother, you can save yourself a lot of money. Like if you just want the Hall effect joysticks and a lot of other things stock, we can't offer that. How much is it for this particular controller? So let's go over the benefits of this one. It's got mouse click, bumpers, and triggers. 1 year warranty on everything we do, guys. Comes with a custom carrying case as well. Hall effect joystick, so it's not going to get stick drift again. Tactile face buttons. Obviously, it looks awesome. It even has 4 paddles on the back, which are remappable. So if you guys want to bind this to like jump, slide, swap weapon, you name it, you guys can do that and switch them up. So the remapping process is pretty simple too. You just press some buttons in a sequence, your menu button lights up, and then you just assign the front button to the back button. You can even do L3, R3, L1, or R1 to a back paddle as well. This particular one, guys, pre-discount is $299. $299. And again, that's a 1 year warranty with everything we do. It's like a pro elite controller. That's cool. Appreciate you, brother. Yeesh, 80's a little rough for just the sticks and send-in. Switch Pro. The best way to do the send-in. Do we have any green? Brooklyn Joker wants to know from YouTube. We actually don't have any green yet. We've got a lot of the other colors. So green is the next one that we're gonna get. Just upgraded Hall effect clicks button on my controller. Y'all hiring? How much is it again? This particular one, guys, this is what we like to call the Pro controller. If you go to the website, which is getagripgaming.com. Yeah, it's a good deal with 1 year warranty. Guys, I'm promising you, I promise you, if you go to a competitor, build out something similar to this controller with all the different upgrades I just told you, you're well over $400. Appreciate you, Elcano. If you guys do know how to do some of this stuff yourself, we do DIY. So we sell some of this stuff from our website, and you guys can try and do it yourself as well. Hope that makes sense. We do not do Xbox controllers yet, Banana Boy. Not yet. All right, let me grab something super quick. So there's some edits we need to make with the mesh membrane. Can I see the front? I will flip it over in just a second. We do the mail-in, Goose. We do the mail-in. So what he's asking is if you can mail in your controller and start the upgrade process there. Like, guys, the cheapest way to get your controller, like if you want a Pro controller, send in one of your controllers that maybe has some bad stick drift issues. Get that fixed while it's in with us, and then you can do the upgrade. Saves you a bunch of money. Hold on, guys. Let me focus on this for just a second. I'll read chat soon. All right, so we're taking this off, and then we're doing the other side as well. We are essentially just getting the membrane pad so it's readable, and we double up the pad underneath to make sure that that's accomplished. So I'll put the scalpel back, and then we are left with this guy right here. So he's actually going to go underneath of the membrane pad, and I'll put the marble, I don't even know what you call that, block away for just a second. But that's going to go underneath this membrane pad. Usually this is done first, but we like to show it all on TikTok in terms of like what we go through. So there we go. We insert it just like that, and now we close the membrane pad over it, just like so. How long is the wait for a custom build? Ink by Will, brother, we'll have your controller built and shipped out to you within 2 days of you ordering it. Hey man, my menu button and right bumper gets stuck a lot. How can I fix that? Who knows? What kind of controller do you have? Is it a normal controller? I'm trying to get one of those. Wait, I'm trying to get one of my streamer friends to get one of those controllers. Chef Baby, that's awesome. That's awesome. We'll keep that out of the way, and then we'll slowly maneuver this into the correct position. There we go, just like that. And then we want to make sure that the membrane pad is still closed, and then it's lining up on the inside. With this lighting, it's really tough to see though. Give me just a second. I gotta pull it back. Okay. All right, let's hope that stays. So if it doesn't stay from the backside, you can just pull it from the front, which is what we ended up doing. It's just easier to line it up that way. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to get the touchpad inserted just like that. And then we need to do an insert here as well. But I like to put an adapter on these. Might not be needed. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. It's the it's when we have the 2-paddle and 4-paddle remapping chip that we have to put an adapter on it. Since this is the 8 remappable button one, we actually don't need that. DIY might be for me. I know how to solder and stuff. I asked before the DIYs and it wasn't up yet. So nice. Yeah, it's up, brother. It's up. It is up. Chef Baby, appreciate that heart me. Colin's asking how much. Guys, the send-in, there's going to be a $34.99 charge for the send-in, but we're doing something special recently where if you guys literally send us a message, you guys send us an email through the website, you hit like the contact us, put in your name and email, we will give you guys a 10% discount. We will give you guys a 10% discount. Danny, we make all of our products like for the upgradable stuff. So like the remapping chips, the tactile bumpers and triggers, the tactile face buttons, the mouse click bumpers and triggers, like the Hall effect and TMR joystick are sourced as well from us. So why do you do so many small circles back buttons but then not like 2 or 4? We actually have that coming. Bikes are who we are. So we have the 8 remappable button. That's like the attachment. You know what I mean? But it's not something we're doing for the attachment for the 2 buttons and 4 buttons. What we actually are coming out with, guys, we're literally in the process of making the mold right now, is you'll drill into these and you'll have those standalone buttons. But that's going to be coming in probably 2 months is what I'm going to say. So like by like mid-April is when we're going to be releasing those, but that's going to be part of our suite. We've got some really cool stuff coming out for that, which I'm very excited for. That's just part of that process. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and then we're going to pre-test this, guys. We will pre-test this here in just a second. Rez, what's good, brother? So we'll get this plugged in and then I'm going to head on over to the website here. Do we have anybody on YouTube watching? No, we don't. Okay. I was gonna say you guys have a much cleaner view of the stream because you get like the horizontal view. I was gonna show you guys this screen, but there's no need since no one's on YouTube. Nice, looking good. I love to see where the website has come. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you, Switch Pro. Yeah, we put in a lot of work for that. But again, guys, you know, we're not like the biggest company out there. It's the PS5 controller, ma'am, but IDK, how to fix it? Oh, okay, you were just answering that question from way long ago. You're saying the menu button stick and your trigger is getting stuck as well, or the bumper? It sounds to me like you got some gook built up in there. I don't know how more gracefully I can say like finger dust, but what you might be needing is to open that up and actually clean it. That is something we do as part of our process. So like if your menu buttons are getting stuck, it might mean you need a new membrane pad as well. So we do sell these type things if your buttons actually aren't functioning properly, or you could send it in and you could get like the mouse click bumpers and triggers and that will solve your problem as well, because we'll basically swap out, like instead of using these, we'll use the mouse click bumpers and triggers for it. So that's obviously better to send it in that way. Get it fixed up for you. Saw when you first started this and it was like a month or so, and it's awesome to see 6 to 4 months later. Yeah, we've had some pretty big developments, guys. You know, I'd love to be able to throw even more money. Calvin, brother, you can head to our website. It's getagripgaming.com. It's linked in our bio. We've got DIY. We've also got, obviously, we've also got our, hold on one second, guys. Got to get this plugged in right. We've also got our send in as well, which is going to be cheaper if you just want to customize the controller that way. So you guys would send it in, select your upgrades or not select your upgrades, and then we would do your controller just like normal. We do not fix scuffs, guys. The way that they've designed theirs is it's really a pain to get into, so we don't do anything with scuffs. We do not do anything that would be considered cheating, David, which would be like a rapid fire mod, unfortunately. But you guys are gonna see some behind the scenes stuff for the back shell. So we've got it just like this, right? What we actually need to get set up is the insert that goes over top of this to get the 8 buttons in here. So we'll show you guys how much work it actually takes to get those installed. We did the remapping trip, and now I'm going to get all the equipment ready. Let me turn off this solder too. I'm going to get all the equipment ready to go ahead and install the 8 remappable buttons. So this should be something never before seen on TikTok before. So there's 4... There's 4 more. Since these are straight out of the... Let me go to this website. Since these are straight out of the mold, guys, one thing we've got to do is file down. There's always some little tiny parts on the... Parts that like it came out of the mold from. So you just have to file those down really gently. So what's the difference between TMR and Hall Effect joysticks? Brother, I need everybody to pay attention if you guys are watching on the screen. If you guys want to know the difference between the joysticks, it's going to look like this. This is the thumbnail that is on our TikTok page. I think it's linked. Excuse me, not linked. It's pinned on our channel. It's like one of the first 3 videos. That actually goes in depth between the difference between Hall Effect, TMR, which is tunneling magnetoresistant joysticks, and then stock potentiometer joysticks as well. So probably a really beneficial thing for you guys to learn from. The short of it is, the Hall Effect and TMR joysticks, they'll essentially use magnets. Yeah, no problem, Switch Pro. They'll essentially use magnets. Ashley, what's up? Welcome in. Instead of like the metal film that's under the stock potentiometer. So, all right, that one's good too. And again, I'm just showing you guys behind the scenes getting the 8 remappable buttons ready. How much better are the TMR? I think they're the best. If I were to rate them, TMR is a 10, stock potentiometers are a 1, and Hall Effect are like an 8. That's what I would give them out of 10. Can you remap joysticks also? Calvin, if you get the 2 paddle and the 4 paddle remappable, yes you can. For the 8 remappable buttons, no you cannot. What he's asking is the L3 and the R3. Mark Wells wants to know if we actually fixed the PlayStation 5 console. We don't do that currently right now, but in the future we do want to have like an all service one-stop repair for anything gaming. All right, we've got one more on these, and then I'm actually going to show you the inserts, guys, for the 8 remappable buttons. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, so we are all done with those. Let me go ahead and grab one. I'll show you guys the installation process. Pretty fun. Do you have an estimate for when the tactile face buttons will be back in stock? Brother, they should be in stock already. We do not do anything with PS4 controllers. The only thing we do for PS4 controllers, guys, is actually install the TMR joysticks. Are you saying the tactile face buttons are not in stock right now? It says sold out. Are you on the right section of the website? Are you talking about which version are you talking about? Are you talking about version 1 or 2 of the controller? Or are you talking about in DIY? Brother, you're going to want to look for what version controller you have first. To figure out, guys, this is very important if you're looking at DIY. To figure out what version of the controller you have, you need to go to our FAQ. You need to go to our FAQ page and go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom. And that's going to show you guys how to identify what particular version your stock PS5 controller is if you want to install the tactile face buttons yourself. Let me show you guys what those look like. Hold on. I grab one. Okay. Again, we make all this stuff, so it's designed by GGG, designed by Get a Grip Gaming. I think I have the 1 or 20 because I have the blue one. No, it shouldn't. That shouldn't matter. Like what color your controller is. You need to look on the back shell. It's gonna say like G2 or E3 or F4, something like that. That video will help you guys identify what's going on with it. So we're still getting everything set up. We got to take off these pads as well. Yeah, go grab your controller, bro. And then just follow that video. If you're on like a laptop or PC as well, it's a lot easier since you're probably watching the stream too. All right, we have this side done, and we're going to start on the other side. So these are the switches that get activated behind the scenes under the controller. And again, guys, we're like fully transparent with what we do. Appreciate you, Switchman. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we're really trying to grow. Honestly, we need a bigger community. We don't do any ads right now, like on search engine or anything like that. The way we grow is word of mouth. So I appreciate if you guys, share with some friends who are in the market for custom controllers or chat about it. It's pretty fun. Chill community too. How many controllers do you guys make a day? Switch Pro, you're looking at the wrong thing. That's the model number. It's in the second row. It should be above where it says like made in China. It's going to say a big letter and then it's going to have a number after that. Puma, appreciate that follow. How many controllers do you guys make a day? Bikes are, it really just depends, honestly. Leading up to like Christmas time, so October, November, December, we're going to have more orders than times like January. So it really depends on the flow. We've got about 4 builders right now. And then the repair guy, and each one of them can handle up to like 10 controllers a day. So, all right, so just like that, guys. That's what it's going to look like once we get everything done. Now, in order to do this properly, we actually have to make some inserts to the back shell to feed through the ribbon cables. So the first thing we do is line it up like this, and then I'm actually going to take a hole punching screw here and line up the middle. So give me just a second. Switch Pro, let me know if you need any more help with that, brother. So that's 3rd gen. All right, Switch Pro. Now that you know that it's 3rd gen, we do not do anything with the Edge series. F33. Yeah, that's 3rd generation. So that means you have BDM030 motherboard. And what you're going to look for, Spiderweb, appreciate that share, brother. What you're going to want to look for on the website is the 03, 04, 05 tactile face buttons, which should be in stock. We do have those. I'm showing you guys just how long these take to get ready. I got you, bro. Yeah, it's pretty easy install. You are going to want to go to our YouTube, though. Probably give us a subscribe, because once you get the equipment, you are going to need to follow the instructions very closely. It's not just like, oh, I'll figure it out. Make sure you follow the instructions just like in the DIY video on our YouTube. And again, guys, I'm just making sure that this controller has the necessary inserts so that the 8 remappable buttons works on this one. Bikes are us. We appreciate that. Bikes are who we are. Sorry. You got a bike? What kind of? I'm sure you're talking about motorcycles, but what do you ride? I was looking into it for a while, but I just know I'm too much of a daredevil. I could never get one. I'd probably just, yeah, I'd find a cement wall. Wouldn't be good. S100, okay. I think the tax will be the weirdest. What do you mean tax? Alright, so now that we've made those inserts, there's one more hole we have to make for the ribbon cables. I was basically just getting the screw holes ready. So that's what it looks like. You guys, they're tiny little screw holes for these. The tactile buttons would be the weirdest. What do you mean the weirdest? One thing we do need to get ready is actually drill so we can have the hole for the remappable. You said it goes under the membrane pad? No. Well, that it actually goes over it because you need to have the membrane in there for the bumpers and triggers. Here's what we're talking about, guys. Give me just a second. I'll actually grab one. Okay, so when you put this in the controller, like these are your your bumper and trigger membranes right up here, these little guys. So when you have this on the front of your controller, the tactile face button, and I'm going to grab one of those too right now. The tactile face button is literally going to go just over top of that. It's not going to mess anything up. And then when you pull that on over, you remember that thing we were messing with earlier? When you pull that on over the terminal pad, that's what it's actually going to read through. So your bumpers and triggers will still be the mesh membrane. And then your face buttons will be the new tactile ones. Now, if you want to do both, you can. We don't actually have the molded inserts for the 030 version. So we do have more of those coming, though. Yeah, so it just goes over. It's pretty easy install, honestly. You just have to follow the video, right? Alright, guys. I've got a drill for, like, literally 10 seconds here. Hold on. Probably less than that. Alrighty. Okay, so you guys see now how we have a hole right where we wanted it. What you do now is you take the 8 remappable buttons like we just did, and then you're gonna feed them through the controller just like this. And again, guys, we haven't even installed it yet. This is just getting it on the back show. Like, it does take a while to get these things in. And then you'll take your little screws and you'll apply it, and then I'll show you guys what it sounds like. It's gonna sound awesome. Whoops, hold on. Make sure that's in the right spot. So what about the bumpers? Is there a pad that does those with the face ones as well? Yeah, it's called mouse click bumpers and triggers. If you wanted to upgrade both, but I don't think we have the right inserts for it right now. We do technically, but they're not the right plastic that we want to use. They were the prototyped ones. So we'll hold off on releasing that to the public just yet. But the DIY face buttons, as long as you install those, you're gonna have everything you need for the bumpers and triggers. Like if you follow the video, it's got the whole thing on there. Okay guys, so we finally got this installed. You ready to hear it? Expert, appreciate that follow. You can always spin these if they're not like clicking properly. Awesome, brother, awesome. We switched from trying to do it himself because we don't have the patience to do it. Yeah, I hear that. Ryan, appreciate that follow, brother. Welcome in. Appreciate that follow. Guys, 2025 is our year. It's everybody's year. Galaxy, did you have a question? Did you have a question before that? Give me some context for on a PS5 1. If you're just asking to fix stick drift, yes we do, brother. Now, what we would do, like if you want to get a new controller or send yours in for repairs, we would install Hall Effector TMR joysticks, which are anti-stick drift. But we do have a free resource for you guys to try and fix stick drift on your own. That is the first pinned video on our TikTok page. So you guys will actually go there. You do need to have like a laptop or a PC to run the controller on. And then you guys will see how you can try and temporarily fix your own stick drift. I've got to maneuver these wires on the inside of this controller to make sure that they don't get in the way when we close it. Okay, those are all good. Great. And now we'll start the closing process. We'll do bottom first. So those will click in. And then we'll snag both of the sides together, just like that. Pretty simple to do. Pros Don't Hate says, can you get banned for playing on this for Call of Duty? No, brother. This is all legit. Nothing we do is considered cheating. You guys can see the controller. It's pretty awesome. They even have, guys, the split D-pad. So you see how these buttons are individually clicked? The rest of the D-pad is not moving. Versus this one here. If I press this, you see how all of the buttons move? Can you guys see how the light reflects on all of the buttons moving? That's because it's one molded piece. Typically, but since they got the split D-pad, they're really good for like fighting games or honestly just individually pressing these buttons, and you can press them all at once. It's amazing. People love those. They also have the interchangeable joysticks. So if you can actually take these out if you wanted to, and then install like a different cap to it. So here, like here's a taller one for your right thumb. Like if you want to aim better with a taller joystick to have more precision, you guys can install those too. Calvin, that is our pro controller, brother. That black and gold one is our pro controller. We have 4 different variations of that. We have the 8 button, 4 paddle, 2 paddle, and then nothing on the back. But all of them have the pro controllers. All of them have the Hall Effect joysticks. They have the tactile face buttons, and they have the mouse click bumpers and triggers. So pretty legit for the pro controller. Are these TMR? These particular ones, no. These are both Hall Effect joysticks, but this is TMR. Do you have a custom FPS controller? Yeah, that would be this one, brother. One of our pro controllers. It's got 4 remappable paddles in the back. If that's your thing, awesome. It's got mouse click bumpers and triggers, tactile face buttons, Hall Effect joysticks so you don't get stick drift. You guys can always customize this further. Like if you put in an order and then send us an email that you want like the interchangeable joysticks, we can do that for you guys. We also have like same controller. You can see how these are just pre-made, ready to go. This one has the no back paddles or buttons. That's going to save you $40. I think TMR joysticks are the best, honestly. Hall Effect are still really good though. Do custom joysticks permanently fix stick drift? Permanently is a loose term I like to use with controllers because, you know, you give it like 10 years maybe, but you can always recalibrate it back to perfection. What I mean by that is follow the same steps that I have on the first pinned video on TikTok. You can just recalibrate them with Hall Effect joysticks. Something stock potentiometers wouldn't be able to do. Do you have a controller that compete against PC users? Brother, like I just said, personally, if I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm getting the one of our pro controllers, and then I'm asking if we can put the adjustable thumbsticks in. You would love that. I'm probably about to buy the 4-button Pro one right there in the background. Calvin, you got to get the discount code first. I'll save you 10%, bro. What a bad salesman I am. I'm just giving away free money. All right, who wants the discount code? Are you guys ready? This is 10% off, guys. 10% off. Are you ready for the discount code? Hold on, I've got to actually comment on this. I got to figure out how to comment. Okay, I'm making a comment here. You guys ready for this? Sorry for the shaking. Hold on. You guys need to screenshot this. Go ahead. Screenshot that code, guys. That's 10% off. Guys, the interchangeable joystick, again, that's with 6 different caps for you guys to pick from. That's $19.99. $19.99. You wouldn't necessarily need to use the tall joysticks if you don't want to, brother. If you just want the stock ones, those are going to work fine too. That's going to work just fine. Okay, I think I got all the screws in. I don't know. I was talking to you guys. I do need to get the bumpers in, so let me grab those. Anybody want to guess? Does anybody want to guess what color bumpers these are? Are those caps the same as a DualSense Edge? I actually don't know. Pros don't hate. Appreciate that follow, brother. Calvin, I actually don't know the answer to that. These are the stock ones that I'm talking about, though. This is what would come with your controller. Like, on your current controller, that's what it would be. They are orange, guys. They're orange. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. Watch me send this out and then get an email like, hey, you messed up the order. No, I'm pretty certain. Both of the ones that I personally did tonight, because it's a Sunday night and I need to help the builders out already for the next week. Both of them had the orange bumpers. I think the orange looks clean. I actually really like both of these. So this guy got the glow-in-the-dark joysticks. I will say, if you guys get any of the color options for the joysticks, do not put control freaks on them, okay? Do not put control freaks on those. Obviously, just get the interchangeable joysticks because they're... Do you 3D print these? They look crazy. No, brother. We don't 3D print anything. We do. This is actually a custom mold. The 8 remappable buttons, like I was showing you guys earlier, which is crazy. So this is a custom mold. The 2 paddle, the 4 paddle, like that guy said he was getting earlier, just like this. That's a custom mold as well. And again, guys, you could just take, if you don't like this specific color, I mean, I think it looks sweet. I actually picked it out myself. But if you guys don't like this, but you want some of the pro upgrades, like you could go with the Hall Effect joysticks, TMR joysticks. You could customize the rest of the controller the exact way that you guys want. Mouse click bumpers and triggers, tactile face buttons. Maybe you guys don't want one of those, but you know, 2 paddle, 4 paddle, 8 remappable button. They all look pretty cool. I'll show you guys the 2 paddle. Hold on, let me grab one. Here's what the 2 paddle looks like. Super clicky. Guys, really durable as well. Really durable as well. How long is shipping? Guys, super fast. You put in an order, we'll have it built within the next 2 days and shipped out the following day. Most orders go through UPS ground. So depending on where you live within the United States, Tim, appreciate that share, brother. Depending on where you guys live within the United States is going to be within like 3 to 5 business days after we start the shipping process. He's just definitely going to buy, brother. Awesome. Did you get the discount code we just put in chat? I'm trying to help you guys out. Literally just throwing money away. Let me check which trim piece this guy got. I'll need to go to the order to do that though. I believe it was stock. And again, if you guys want to save some money, just go with the stock options. They're literally free. Literally free. But that discount code is the biggest discount we offer, guys. 10% off. 10% off. Fun fact though, if you guys share this with a friend of yours and you guys both put in an order, you guys both get 15% off. I think that looks sweet, actually. They did a really good job on this controller. Tim says definitely gonna buy. Shadow, appreciate that follow. Yeah, these look sweet. Guys, again, 1-year warranty on everything we do. And do not forget, let me grab one of these. Yeah, we just do PS5 for the time being. Guys, I get so many messages from people saying that, like, hey, it doesn't, I'm using a charger, it doesn't connect or whatever. Literally, if you guys are putting in an order, for sure pick one of these up. It's $9.99. This is a 6-foot long braided cable. It comes with the closing wrap here. This will work on your iPhone. This will also work with your controller. Works on PlayStation and PC, guys. This is a solid purchase if you're ever going to get these. 6 foot. It's going to last you guys a very, very, very long time. If I was you guys, I would definitely put these in with the order. This is a 6-foot braided cable. You guys will see that at the cart when you guys go to checkout. Probably worth it. You know, it's a good deal even if you're not going to use it for the controller. Use it for your phone. These things stay in. What I see so many times is like sloppy USB-C cables, where if you put it in, it's essentially just gonna fall out or it wiggles out. Look at how secure that is, right? These things aren't coming out when you guys game. So many times I've seen people like, oh, my controller disconnected when I played, all that stuff. You don't like the wood one? Hey man, to each his own. That's why we do the customization. Oh, I was going to show you guys the carrying case as well. Let me go ahead and do that. So again, each one of these comes with a free custom carrying case. So you guys can go to the mall, tote this around, give these to your wives or your non-existent girlfriends to just walk around and show off. Yeah, I think the wood looks awesome. Lorenz, appreciate that follow. Excuse me, the share. But you guys can put whatever you want in here. We'll probably put your custom note in there and then your interchangeable joysticks. We'll kind of just float in the bottom underneath where the controller actually is. But nice hard shell. Nice comment. It's the hard shell. I wouldn't say, you know, just put it in that if you guys are going to like do some serious traveling and like think it's okay, you know, like put it in your suitcase and like put it at the bottom. Like still make sure you guys are taking care of your controller or whatnot. But if you're going over to a friend's house or whatever, Brian, appreciate that follow. He says, pause. He says, I'll probably buy 2 of these remotes. Brother, if you do, you do get a discount, guys. Another thing, sorry, why does my stick kind of click when I move it to the right and back to center? Switch Pro, brother, that's probably because you need a new controller or they didn't solder it on correctly. Let me show you guys a perfect example of this, okay? This is something not a lot of people know, but you guys are going to learn today. Okay, do you guys see this little... Let me get some pointers here. Do you guys see this gray thing right here? And then do you see this black thing above it? When this black thing above it, that's actually called a switch. When that is soldered on incorrectly, which is these 4 solder points right here, when those aren't soldered in all the way, it means that this can actually be activated just when you move your controller. You guys see how that white thing is moving on it? That means if you guys move it too far, like for just to hear the visual example of what he's dealing with, it means it's like almost activating the switch when he's turning it from left to right. Do you guys see that? So that means they soldered these on wrong. As you guys can see for both of these, we don't have those issues, right? Those issues don't exist. It activates it. Ah, okay. Your OCD hates it. Yeah, brother, we'll make sure. Oh, it doesn't activate it? That's good then. I'm glad it doesn't activate it. That's the main thing I would be worried about. But if it does make that noise, it is annoying. I totally get it. You know, that's something we'll take care of. Soccer, appreciate that follow, brother. But anyway, guys, this was going to be the short stream tonight. So these are completely done. What I want to do with this, I'll give you guys like 60 seconds or so. If you head on over to our YouTube, we're about to calibrate the joysticks real time right now. We're going to calibrate these real time. So if you guys want to try and temporarily fix your own stick drift, you're going to need to follow these instructions. It's just like in the video that we have pinned on our TikTok. The best view for this though, guys, is going to be on our YouTube live right now. So if you head on over there, I'm going to start that process momentarily. It is just a much better view of what we do. It's got a vertical layout and a horizontal one. So we'll get this plugged in and we'll show you guys. Yan says, how do these compare to real PS5 controllers? Brother, everything we do starts out as a real PS5 controller, okay? Why do you think basic modern controllers need replacing more often than older controllers? It's just all the different stuff they added. So, for example, they've got adaptive triggers. They've got the rumble motors in there. They try and cut costs with the membrane pads. So sometimes those don't work well. They also changed the way that the joysticks function. They used to do Hall effect joysticks, but they don't make as much money because the controllers last too long. So they make them so they don't last. We make controllers that last. We install the Hall effect or TMR joysticks, which are fantastic. All right, for all my people on YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and start the testing here, and I will switch scenes. So you guys should see this. You should see the screen flip now. This is a website called hardwaretester.com. There's no way that knockoff came from the PlayStation factory. Yan, this is literally a PS5 board right here, brother. This is a PS5 board. Again, we do the customization on this. So we'll take the board and we'll install the different aspects of it. Again, split D-pad, guys. Adjustable joysticks. Again, we've got the 8 remappable buttons on this one. We do mouse click bumpers and triggers, just like on this guy. 4 paddles as well. Tactile face buttons. So yeah, PlayStation doesn't do a lot of these things. All right, we'll start the calibration process right now. He says WPC. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Yeah, I do like the PC on here. Okay, so let me just show you what we're working with here, Sean. You see how when I activate these, and you guys can head on over to YouTube as well. You guys can see when I'm activating the buttons, it's showing up on the website, right? It's showing up all the way. The triggers are activating all the way to 100 as well. And the joysticks, you guys can see how those are not in the center, right? That's because we just installed these. So we need to calibrate these. You see how off they are on the sides too? We're going to go through that calibration process right now, okay? So the next website, and again, all of these instructions, if you guys were to follow along, are the first pinned video on TikTok. So before we hit the start button, I like to click the joysticks in a little bit and then move them around. And then we're going to hit start and we're going to go through the steps. It's literally just top left corner as it says. We'll do this twice as well because they're brand new, just installed joysticks. But it's going to fix everything in terms of the center point, and then we're going to focus on the outer radius. And again, guys, if you're wondering what we're looking at, head on over to the YouTube live to see what we're looking at right now. Okay, we'll hit continue. You guys see how that just basically fixed it right there. So now we're going to do the stick range, and we're going to go and move these in a spiral, and then we're going to go the other way as well. Do we make themed controllers? Not yet. The demand for themed controllers just isn't there. You know what I mean? Like if I made a Mario controller, most of you guys are like, I don't want a Mario controller. But like one person here might. You get what I mean? But like a black or white or red controller, a lot of people really like those colors so they can make something cool. So that's why we offer. I don't even know how many colors we offer now. So we're just rotating these joysticks around, guys. But we will do that in the future. That's called, it's called hydro dipping. That's the only way to do this. Like for truly custom, like if you want to send in a picture of your dog and have it on the controller, you know, we're looking at that later, but. All right, so I'll show you guys the circularity now. So it was like 20%. You guys will see how much lower this is now. The error rates are like minuscule to none. Like the left is 6.7 and the right's 2.99, which is crazy. So we'll disconnect this. I'm going to do this one more time just because it was a brand new controller. Just to make sure everything's flawless, like for the center point and the outer threshold as well. We'll try and get those numbers even lower so this person never has stick drift again. We do not do anything Xbox yet, my friend. It's just PS5. The only thing we do for Xbox is go ahead and replace the joysticks with TMR joysticks. Whoops. Just like that, okay? And then we will do the stick range one more time. Do y'all have sponsorship offers? Yeah, we do. You just have to meet the criteria for those. You could always send us an email. You can go to our website and go through the contact us page, or you can try and DM us on TikTok. We do get so many messages on here, so it might take us a little bit to respond. Do those tiny scissors work? No, those are just for display. That's just what our competitors use to build controllers. We use real tools over here. All right, guys, so check this out. I'm gonna head back on over to the other website. We're gonna uncheck this. You'll flick the sticks in one direction or another to get them centered. You guys see how all of them are at 0.00392? 0.00392. And now the average error rate. Look at how good these joysticks are. Guys, anything under 9% is amazing. The right joystick is essentially the most important because that's going to be your aiming stick. So this averages 3%. That's crazy good. Yeah, I only use PS5 controllers, never used Hall effects. Boomer Glizzy, you're probably going to love even the TMR joysticks. Those are amazing. You want to see the tiny scissors? Take a look at this, guys. I don't even know if I can pick them up. I almost cut myself. You guys see the tiny scissors? Here, YouTube, I'll show you guys too. Tiny little scissors. This is actually from Thailand. All right, guys, let's remap this as well. So you see how the buttons are functioning, YouTube, when I press these? Let me just flip. Here, I'll show you guys too. Hold on, TikTok. Take a look, right? You guys see the screen now? Cool. When I press the controller now, you guys see how it's activating? You guys see this? See how that's activating? What I'm going to do is enter the remapping mode by pressing the L1, R1 right on the D-pad in square. And then I'm just going to press a back button and a face button at the same time. So take a look at this. I'm pressing this back button here and it's activating square. Can you guys see that? You still have functionality of the normal buttons too. So we can do that 8 more times because this has 8 remappable buttons. If you guys don't want these bound to everything, you don't have to. A lot of people get this and only use 6. A lot of people get this and they just want the 2 up top, which are up here. Very, very easy to use. Like if you're playing Call of Duty and you want to like quickly use a grenade or like quickly heal, you can do that with those top buttons pretty easily. You guys see how that works? And they're out of the way from pressing the normal buttons too. It does take a minute to get used to because you've never experienced 8 buttons before. But over time, you guys will get used to it and just dominate the competition. That's the whole goal. All right, so check this out. I'm not going to touch any of the face buttons, and I'm going to activate all of the back buttons. Can you guys see on the screen how these are activating? You guys see that? Do the stick roll. I don't know what you mean by that. So this controller is completely done, guys. The joysticks are calibrated perfectly. Again, they're at 0.00392, just the lowest you can possibly get them on PS5. They have the 8 remappable buttons. They've got the split D-pad as well. You can literally activate, you know, whichever ones you want at the same time. Obviously, the normal buttons work just fine. Touchpad's functioning properly, and same with the menu buttons as well. But that's how this works. This controller, guys, will now be gameplay tested for 30 minutes at least. And then it will be packaged up in the custom carrying case. We'll fulfill the rest of the order that way. Just like, where could we see the values while you move the analogs? What do you mean the values? You can see that on TikTok, right? Brother, check out our first pin video on TikTok. That's going to help you out a lot more too. All right, YouTube, we're going to go back to the main screen. Appreciate you guys coming over from there. And then we're going to flip TikTok back down. Let me get to a different view so I can see. All right, there we go. So let's review the builds we've done tonight. Let's review these guys. By the way, let me see if I can find this. There's a cap. There's a cap for the 8 remappable buttons. You actually get 16 of them. So you get a domed style cap, or you get a concave style cap that you can put on these buttons, which helps out tremendously with actually pressing them. So a lot of people love using the dome ones for all of them, and then the concave up top. But that's kind of what we're looking at. And no, appreciate that #1 gifter badge. All right, gang, it's getting pretty late. Let's review these controllers. All right, if you guys had to pick, are you doing number 1, number 2, or number 3? Which controller are you guys getting? Here, YouTube, I'll help you guys out with the view as well. 1, 2, or 3? Which one are you guys getting? 1, 2, 3. What's the advantage of split D-pad? Boomer Glizzy, that's going to be the fact that you can activate one button at a time rather than this being on a rocker system. You see how all of these buttons move when I press that? See how they all just move? These buttons are individualized, so you can press them like that. He says 2 and ordering one now. Boomer Glizzy, that's awesome, man. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I think they all look good. I think if I were to go with one, I love the 8 remappable buttons. I'm used to that, so I would probably go with number 2 from these 3. But if this had 8 remappable buttons, I gotta go with the Pro controller. I think these just look amazing. And again, they come with everything. So like the tactile face buttons, mouse click bumpers and triggers. If you want 2 paddles, 4 paddles, 8 remappable buttons. These are so easy to press too, guys. Ring finger for the bottom 2. And then the top 2, you can use your middle finger, just like normal. Really easy to do. Hold on, I gotta play a mini game to make sure that I'm still live. There we go. Bodo Mexico said, I bought one already and they are really good. Brother, which one did you get? Did you get any paddles or anything like that? Appreciate that order though, brother. That's awesome. Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate the support. Who else in here is ordered? And don't lie. I'll know if you guys are lying. I'll know if you guys are lying. Let me take a... it's okay. You got the Pro controller? Nice, brother. Majestic beard, man. Welcome in, brother. Nice beard. Oh, your brother bought one for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Gosh, I was getting thirsty. Talking for like an hour and a half straight. Hold on. Is your brother, oh gosh, what's his name, dude? What's his TikTok name? I think he's in here all the time. If you're talking about the guy I think you're talking about who got one for you. What's his TikTok name, Paro? I'm pretty sure I remember who you're talking. If you say his name, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's him. But again, guys, if you guys are just tuning into this stream, follow our TikTok, head on over to our website. Our website is linked in the TikTok bio. All it is getagripgaming.com. Just get a grip, guys. Getagripgaming.com. Pretty easy to remember. Also, these are the business cards. You guys are going to get one of these. They're aluminum. Man, they make for good throwing darts. I do not recommend that, though, officially. You can definitely put some holes in drywall with those, though. Yeah, but we're coming out with some fun stuff. Sorry, YouTube, I was trying to reset the lighting. Looking a little weird. Try and get it in focus again. Looks better now. It says, let me check. Awesome. But again, if you guys want to put in that order, if you want me to personally build it on TikTok, you guys have to let us know within the builder notes when you put in the order. Otherwise, it's just going to go through the normal queue to go to our builders. How much are these controllers, bro? Brother, you're going to want to check out our website. The website is linked in the bio. It's getagripgaming.com, okay? Now, one thing to note, right? Like anti-stick drift stuff, like in some of the upgrades, this is going to cost you a little bit more, but like it's worth it because it's going to up your gameplay. These are anti-stick drift, okay? Meaning your controller's not going to get those. They're Hall effect right here, and then TMR joysticks. Both of these are anti-stick drift. TMR is considered the best, though. But just to give you an understanding, like this controller specifically, this is one of our Pro controllers. It's got all the bells and whistles on it. It's got the Hall effect joysticks right here, the tactile face buttons, mouse click bumpers and triggers, and then we've also got 4 remappable paddles. 1 year warranty on everything we do, guys. Every controller comes with a custom carrying case as well. He says, gotcha, because you're the only one I've seen at 3 a.m. selling controllers, so it's called my attention. Brother, for me, it's 4:16 a.m., so my sleep schedule is pretty abysmal. It's like my competitors' return warranty policies. You like the black one? This is our Pro controller again. So the website, you just go to the Pro controller, and you can see there. Now, the other ones you can fully customize, right? So like you can add the interchangeable joysticks, you can add the TMR Hall effect joysticks, tactile face buttons, split D-pad. One thing that everybody loves when they get this, they're called raised menu buttons. So do you guys see how short these are? Like you can still press them, but when you press them, they essentially disappear into the controller. You guys see how flat that is? See how flat that is? The newest thing we've released is called raised menu buttons. We did a custom mold for this. You'll literally have a much taller menu button so you guys can press that easier. Now, it's not like crazy, it's not crazy long where it's sticking out of your controller, but it's raised like 3 millimeters so you can press this much more easily when you're in gameplay, because sometimes you're smashing the menu button trying to reach it versus just playing and then boom, it's just right there for you guys to press. Always recommend the split D-pads, those are great. Excuse me, the raised menu buttons, of course the split D-pads as well, those are fantastic. These are individualized presses. Should I get 8 Pro buttons? Boomer Glizzy, do you use any paddles or buttons right now, brother? Here's the deal, guys. If you don't use any paddles or buttons, going from nothing to 8 is a pretty big leap. Oh, you use 4? It's up to you. I mean, it depends. Do you use buttons or do you use paddles? Like you're probably gonna get used to and like the 4 paddles pretty easily, but if you you know, if you want to go hard and do something a little bit different, having 2 up top is a total game changer. Do you guys do the Pro controllers? If you're talking about the Edge, we do not do anything with the Edge. We simply think that's just such a got you product for the reason that they just have stock joysticks. You guys can see how these are Hall effect joysticks, and essentially they know that those go bad, so that they make you guys buy more stock potentiometer joysticks every time those go bad from their website. Oh, and by the way, the website rarely has the joystick like modules available. You have to go to like third-party sites to buy those, and they like double or triple the prices. So just to get like one joystick replaced, like if it's your right one, just to get that replaced is going to be like $40, where for $44.99 you could just get the Hall effect joysticks and solve your issue from the get-go. And we have a 1-year return policy, warranty policy. Return, I think, is 14 days, but warranty is a year, guys. If you get the Hall effect or TMR, everything we do like that's customized is the year-long warranty. So what happens if I buy your controllers and I get stick drift? You won't. If you get the Hall effect or TMR, but if you do, then it's covered. You know what I mean? We don't have any issues with stick drift, guys, for the Hall effect or TMR, like 0. We'll take care of you guys if that happens, literally. I'm the owner, so like I know what I'm talking about. When I say we'll take care of you guys. I'll be buying some soon. Awesome, brother. Love to hear that. Looking forward to it. Appreciate that follow too. Guys, welcome in. Again, if you are new here, I'm Mr. Grip. I'm the owner of Get a Grip Gaming. And yeah, Mr. Grip is my legal name. So you guys can check out our website. It's the same as the TikTok name, same as the YouTube name. It is getagripgaming.com. Someone's asking about Xbox controllers. We're in development on something that's going to work for any type of controller, which we're very excited about. So we don't do anything currently for the Xbox. Now, one thing we do for the Xbox is the TMR joystick replacement. We do have those. We do also sell those as DIY. If you guys are big solderers yourself, you can get some really nice high quality TMR joysticks for your Xbox. Just know you're going to need some different joysticks with those, because the way that Xbox does their, I'll just pull one out for example. This is Xbox. You literally have to screw in the joystick cap It's just, you know, it's not the greatest though. No, we don't do anything with the Victrix. That's a competitor of ours. You know what I mean? Everything we do, guys, is part of our controllers for PS5 is the start, and then we'll make them into Get a Grip gaming controllers. Add on 8 remappable buttons, TMR joysticks, Hall effect joysticks, tactile face buttons, raised menu buttons, split D-pad, adjustable thumbsticks. Obviously, a ton of different cosmetics you guys can do to change the front shell, touchpad, the trim, the joystick rings, the joysticks themselves, the buttons, the bumpers, the triggers. We do mouse click bumpers and triggers. We do 2 paddles. We do 4 paddles. We do 8 remappable buttons. We do sell an awesome 6-foot-long braided USB-C charger. And every controller comes with a 1-year warranty and custom carrying case. Try saying that 3 times fast, because I'm out of breath. The prices are not bad at all. They're decent. Yeah, bro. Guys, they really are pretty good. If you were to build this at a competitor, you know, you guys are paying, honestly, like if this, with us, if this is $299 pre-discount, you go to a competitor's, you're paying like at least $350, and their warranty is literally like 30 days. Then you have to pay like an extra $45 to have an extra 30 days. It's just crazy. Xbox controllers probably within 6 months. You can send in your personal remote. That is something called the repair and mailing controller. So what Tony is what he's asking. He's essentially saying, if you guys have a stock PS5 controller that you guys want to send in, let's say it has stick drift, and you want a custom controller anyway, you would send that in, say you want Hall effect or TMR joysticks added, you want like mouse click bumpers and triggers. You just have to go through and check your version controller number, which we have listed on the FAQ page of our website, and then ship that to us, and we'll make all the changes you want to your controller and ship it back to you guys. Should I wait for your controllers? Tim, are you saying for Xbox ones? What are you asking for our controllers? I wish y'all would do PS4. Yeah, we're gonna do PS4 and Xbox soon, guys. It's so much money for inventory, though. It really is. Hey, Tony, awesome. Love it, man. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. And like I said, guys, if you send us an email through our website, you'll actually get a discount. You will get a discount. Oh, my neck. All right, gang, it's almost 4:30 in the morning for me, and these still need to be play tested. Since I'm personally doing these, just helping out the builders for the week, guys, taking some orders that came in through the weekend. So we'll get some of these done. The rest I'm going to save for them to do, I guess, later today. And we'll get them taken care of and shipped out to the customers. If you guys have any questions, for sure, reach out. For our custom, Tim, are you saying the OG controller that we have coming out? Official, appreciate that follow. The OG controller, guys. Okay, the OG controller looks like a PS1 controller. You guys know what I mean? Like the style, it looks sweet. That is hopefully coming within like the next 10 days. If you guys did want to wait for that. Make you mad, TZV. Appreciate that follow, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. So you guys can check out, you can scroll through our TikTok, like some of the videos. We always appreciate the follow. Definitely share this with some friends, guys. That's how we grow. We grow by word of mouth. So Tim, if you wanted to wait 10 days for that, brother, it might be worth it if you're really dead set on getting that controller. Because they are going to look sweet, guys. We still haven't decided how we want to do it yet. If we want to make those like Pro controllers, we'll probably put those in the Pro controller series and install Hall effect or TMR and then leave it up for the customer's choice. So what do you guys think we should do? Tim, let me ask you, brother, since you're the fanatic on the OG style controller. He says just ordered. I'm going to check that right now. He did. Someone just ordered at 4:24 a.m. Wild purchase. All right, let's go through his build. Hold on, guys. He just ordered. Let's go through his build. All right, he wants no haptics, he wants no cables, no speaker, and he wants to cut the wires, so he's going like Pro controller. Okay, nice. Front shell is stock, touchpad is stock, primary button stock white, back shell stock black. He's got the Hall effect joysticks, interchangeable joystick, stock trim, stock home button, stock joystick ring, stock bumper trigger. He wants the split D-pad. He wants the menu buttons black but not raised. Hey, let me do something fun. Do you just want Boomer Glizzy? Do you want me to just include the raise the menu buttons for you? Would you like those? I'll just put them in for free, bro. Since you're ordering on TikTok Live. He's got the tactile face buttons and the tactile bumpers and triggers. That is awesome. I don't know if I would like. He says that's a deal. Again, guys, he saves so much money with just picking some stock options for colors. He wants this to be basically like a sleeper build. Like the controller's going to look relatively normal, but then it's going to have all this cool stuff under the hood going on. He's not going to get stick drift on it. He's got the 8 remappable buttons. He's got the mouse click bumpers and triggers, tactile face buttons, adjustable thumbsticks. Like, it's going to look sweet. He says, IDK, if you would like. Boomer Glizzy, I play comp. I'm excited to try it out. Brother, I think you're going to like... Let me ask you this, Boomer Glizzy. Do you press the start button or the share button very often? Let me just ask you that. Johnny, appreciate that follow. Thank you so much, my friend. Tim says, I'll wait. Be patient, brother. It'll be worth it. Tim, do you want... Okay, do you want the... Never, but I might if it were easier. What would you press the start or share button for? I'm talking about these ones right here. Like, these little guys. It's up to you, bro. We can just put in the normal ones if you want. It's totally your call. It's totally your call. I tell you what, brother. We'll do one thing for free. Like if you want the back shell, if you want the front shell, you want the trim, like whatever you want, we'll toss it in for free. Like a cosmetic. You know what I mean? Like, do you want your primary buttons? For Boomer Glizzy, we'll change these. I'll make sure to put a note in the order. I play PC, so not sure. Surprise me. Oh, okay. I get what you mean. You basically just use your mouse, and then that's what you use for like the start button and stuff. You don't actually use it for gameplay. Okay. Hold on. Let me put in a comment on here. Boomer Glizzy, what do you want for free, brother? Like if we were to put in like a trim piece for you, or the back shell or front shell. Oh, you want me to pick? You want me to pick what upgrade you get? Oh gosh, dude. I don't know. Let me think with this controller. Okay. Stock. Okay, so you're doing white buttons. Surprise you. Okay. I think I want to change up your trim. Okay, so this is what the stock one looks like. Oh, you like crazy colors. This is what the stock one looks like for the trim piece. You know, it's basic. It's got the mute button on it as well, like the mute icon. Let me think. What crazy colors, bro? So we've got red. But I want to try the controller mostly. Totally get it. We've got red trim. We've got the golden trim. We've got orange. We've got black. We've got white. Actually, we're getting low on white, so I'm not going to have you do those. We're getting super low on white. I think we've got like 7 left. So those are actually coming in the next shipment. Bo Wright says, how much? Brother, you're going to want to check out our website. It's just the same as our TikTok name. It's just getagripgaming.com. And what, Boomer Glizzy just put in his order, how he saved a bunch of money is he went with like a stock options on a lot of the cosmetics. And then he got pretty much everything upgraded. So he got the 8 remappable buttons. He got the adjustable thumbsticks. He got the split D-pad. He got the mouse click bumpers and triggers, tactile face buttons. Like, it's legit. Never thought about adding the lining around the joystick. That's hard. Oh, yeah. You're talking about the joystick rings? Yeah, it looks sweet. The joystick rings are sweet. Yeah, and guys, the joystick rings are like $2.99. It's something. Like almost every person gets something for the joystick rings. Well, except for Boomer Glizzy. He got his stock. But hey, maybe he likes them like that, you know? All right, we'll surprise you, brother. We'll surprise you with something good. We'll make it look good. LED. The reason we don't do LED, guys, is because it wears down the battery. Boomer Glizzy, you're gonna love it, man. You're gonna love it. We'll probably end up building yours. Like, do you want me to personally build yours? I can probably build yours tomorrow night. I don't know what time, dude. My schedule's anyone's guess, to be honest. Anyone's guess. Again, the reason we don't do any LED, like, yes, they look cool, but you know, they really wear on the battery and can sometimes mess up the motherboard. That's the last thing we would want to do. That's like adding neon lights to your car, except the power source would be the engine, and then it ruins your engine over time. It's just not worth it to add the neon lights at that point, right? Like, especially if it's aesthetics. So we don't do anything with LEDs. We're still waiting for someone to come up with or develop some sort of LED that actually functions properly and isn't connected to the battery like that. We actually do have that in development for the GameCube, which is really cool. But yeah, would you guys be down? Like, does any of you still have a GameCube controller, or maybe you play like Smash on the Wii or something and use GameCube controllers? Boomer Glizzy, love it, man. Yeah, we're all about not selling out. That's the whole reason I started this company, guys. A Lightning McQueen controller. That's super specific, but technically you could make one that's like red with some black, get some stickers. But we don't make a Lightning McQueen controller, guys, honestly. All right, gang. Boomer Glizzy, love it, brother. Love that order. Can confirm that came in. That's awesome. We'll get you something cool since you put in live on TikTok. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. 50 units limited. Actually, we only are going to have 50 units for the OG controller to start. Only 50 of those available. And in fact, 49, because we already gave one of those away for the prototyping to the repair and mailing controller that you guys saw on our social media. So we do have 49 available for the OG style controller. We do expect those to sell out like really fast. A lot of people wanted those, so we're gonna start doing some limited edition controllers, but you know, those will come in the future. But for the time being, the main thing that we do is the customization. So yeah, I'm scamming, brother. Check out the website. The website is getagripgaming.com. I'm actually the owner of that, so you could check. Literally, just Google it; it'll pop up. We've got plenty of reviews on, you know, YouTube and other places. We've even got people on TikTok that we've got signed as well, so we're definitely legit. As he says, I'm definitely going to give this website a scroll for show. I like what I'm seeing for real. That's awesome. Yeah, as long as you don't make the Pro one limited. No, guys, the Pro one this is here to stay. This is like part of our original lineup. In fact, the first controller we ever made was this with 8 remappable buttons. And then it was like a pre-launch sale, and then we had our customization on the website, which was definitely the most popular. Everybody loved the customization aspect. That's right. All right, gang. I'm going to have to call it here tonight, guys. It is literally 4:34 in the morning. We're putting in that work here at GGG. Any shot, you put these on TikTok shop and I can promote. Boomer Glizzy, you know what's funny? We had a TikTok shop, and for whatever reason, they banned our TikTok shop with no explanation. We appealed it, and then they banned it again. And so we literally cannot have a TikTok shop associated with our account anymore. You get 2 strikes and that's it, and we weren't even given a reason as to why we got a strike. It is crazy. We have options for 2-back paddles. Official ROM, 2-back paddles. Yeah, it happened to your other account. Yeah, it's insane. They really need to fix that. It's such an issue. So I'm really hoping that, you know, they were all concerned with the TikTok ban. I hope that gets them understanding that, like, they really need their TikTok shop. Yeah, 2 paddles, brother, for sure. 2 paddles are legit. Here, I'll show you before you go. Take a look at the 2 paddles. I've got one in a bag right here. Everybody loves the 2 paddles. Really easy to press, guys. And again, it's the same spot as the 4 remappable paddles, but just with 2. So really easy to press. You know, they're a little bit bigger since it's just 2 of them. Easy to activate. You could do it with your middle finger or your ring finger. But everybody loves them. I'm still excited. We'll stay in touch. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I wish we had a TikTok shop, but we don't. We don't anymore, unfortunately. Really wish we did, though. But anyway, guys, that's the stream tonight. Appreciate everyone for coming by. If you guys need us, we're here for you. Any gaming questions, of course, we'll try and get back to you guys as soon as we can. Reach out on TikTok. Preferred ways through email, through the website. That's going to get our customer support. But yeah, later, I appreciate that. Thank you guys for all the follows and the love. We got 2.5 thousand likes, which is awesome. And then Boomer Glizzy with that order. Let's go, brother. Love that. So we'll see you guys soon. And as I always like to say, gamers, stay golden. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Later. Hasta luego. Adios.